Keller, if you're here, if you could come up as well. Oh, like, who is this? All right, so this is a bittersweet time. As you've likely heard, Mr. Keller will be leaving JL Man at the end of this school year. He's got a great new opportunity, but we're going to miss him greatly. You can look out here and you can see how many of your alumni have showed up. That's a real testament to you. So teachers are often evaluated based on quantitative measures. So let's look at some of the accomplishments of the JL Man bands under Mr. Keller's leadership. So we'll start with December 2011. There were 12 people in the band when Mr. Keller took on this job. It was a mess. And if you look at the stage here, this is just one of our ensembles. There's obviously a few more than 12 now. He has really grown this band. You know, you think as well, there's also the color guard, the jazz ensemble, the percussion ensemble. What am I missing? Percussion, did I say percussion ensemble? He's really grown this band from 12 to nearly 100. This year, you know, we talked about 2011 and that was a mess, but let's talk about this year. The marching band earned first place in their division at the North Henderson High School competition, and they attended 5A championships for the first time in school history. Percussion ensemble returned to Seaweed competition after several years' absence. The jazz ensemble is back again and just completed their second performance at the PB&J Festival in Malden. Students have earned spots this year in county, region, and all-state bands and performed at Solo and Ensemble Festival. The concert band earned a Superior with Distinction at Concert Performance Assessment for the first time in school history. This week that the band program earned the South Carolina Band Directors Association's Outstanding Performance Award for achievements across all band areas, and I believe this is only the second time in school history that this band has earned. Both times under Mr. Keller. So the quantitative measures are obvious. Michael Leiby is here representing our alumni for our first presentation to Mr. Keller to commemorate all of his years at Man and the quantitative achievements during that time.
It's a box.
things that may not be reflected in numbers or awards. I remember something Mr. Keller said when our family first joined the man band 5 years ago. I have to paraphrase, but it's not as much the music as you make as the person you become. We parents have entrusted our students to Mr. Keller to not only make them better musicians, but to help make them better human beings. We can see how our kids have grown from when they started the program to when they graduate. As students faced extra challenges the past few years during the pandemic, they knew that the band room was a safe place and they could always talk to Mr. Keller. Along the way, whether the band got the results they wanted or left with disappointment, Mr. Keller was always there with encouraging words, and he always ended with, "I love you guys." You got a little bit of a sense of these qualitative measures when he was just speaking now about One Life Beautiful. That's Mr. Keller. Wanting to do a song like that for the reasons why he wanted to do it, that's what's really important. That's truly a gift that he has given to these students. So Ben Fields has a presentation. He's representing the seniors, and this is a gift from your students. You should be able to just kind of it. It's not hard. So the students have put together messages for Mr. Keller, thanking him, wishing him good luck, whatever they wanted to share. And this is an album of those memories that he can take with him. I know some of the students weren't at school or in band on Friday when we came by to do this. We've also got alumni here who we would love to have added to this album. When you go out later, to the right of the food table is a table set up where you can, students and alumni can create their messages to add to the album. And finally, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge a very behind-the-scenes person who has supported all of this happening. Dr. Keller. It takes a lot of time and energy for someone to be a great teacher and to be a band director and to be a mentor. We recognize the sacrifices you have made to allow your husband to come and do these amazing things for our kids for the past 11 years. Alyssa Gundrum is here with a presentation on behalf of the underclassmen.
So thank you all for everything you've done by being here. I was here when there were only 10 kids in the band, as I saw there's some parents here. And seeing the performance y'all are giving tonight has brought me to tears, just seeing how far this band has come, and all of you as a community. So thank you all as well. Cheers.
Back to Mr. Keller in just a second, but when the concert is over, we invite you all to join us in the Commons, where we will have a reception to continue to honor Mr. Keller.
Go back to work. I had a thing. What was that thing? They're used to this happening all the time. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't want to take away from tonight. Tonight's been about them and what they've accomplished. We'll do a whole thing at the band banquet. But just know that all the things that that was just said, and all the accomplishments that this program and these kids have made, they've also had the same impact on my life. Those of you, those alumni, you remember my first few years and the mistakes that I made. I'm still making mistakes. But I've been so fortunate to have this wonderful environment to make those mistakes. And one of the things that I just go back to all the time in the band room is a safe place to make mistakes. And we learn from those mistakes, and they're not a problem if you learn and correct it, or at least make the attempt to. And they've allowed me to make those changes, make those mistakes become less common. Their work, all the accomplishments is their work. Everyone says, oh no, it's the teacher. Like, I just push them. I'm not you. I know. I bring other people in and they say the same words that I've been telling them for 6 weeks, and then suddenly, magically, it happens. Like, I'm another voice that says the same things you guys have said. It's a reflection on the community of how we bring up young people into the world and how we are as a community. The JLMA community is a very, very special place. Band here is very special. It does not live and die with who is in charge. Everybody always asks me after the concert, good job, good job. And my response usually is, I just wave the stick. That's what I do. I wave a stick. They're the ones that are up here that are doing this. And as parents of teenagers, you know that you wish that you could have that power with, one hand and do something. But we do this together. Band is a we thing. We the parents, we the kids, we the families, we the alumni, we the people who are coming into the future. You are going to be in very good hands. I know you are. There will be mistakes. Everybody will make mistakes, but everybody will learn from the mistakes. What is here is special, and music is special, and that will continue to prosper in this program. Thank you all for coming out to the spring concert. Thank you for everything that you are doing for the students and your children and other children in their lives.